We love to use our friends as their shoulder to cry on. And I get it. When someone's there for us, it shows us how great of a friend they are. With that said, are we leaning on our friends? Or are we trauma dumping? We're gonna talk about it. I know I say all the time, be vulnerable, have open communication, really connect with other women. And I stand by it. But Miss Ma'am, the vulnerability has to be consensual. Has to be at the right time and the right place. Like, can we not be at someone's wedding and something has triggered you about a wedding and now you're trying to spill years worth of trauma during this happy time? Can we unpack this maybe during Saturday night drinks or something? I'm not saying we cannot discuss real experiences. We could be anywhere and the conversations turn. But we're gonna have to read the room a bit before really sharing. I don't know about you, but I'm recounting things that have deeply affected me. I get emotional, I start to tear up, or I'm in full-blown tears coming down my face. And when someone is crying in front of me, I start to cry. So imagine if I'm crying, I'm causing somebody else to cry. It's just a full-on sad kumbaya moment happening. And we could just be in the middle of a party or somewhere in a restaurant that the vibes are just not giving appropriate. It can become quite uncomfortable for the people around you, the listener, and I would hate to be the cause of that. And in that moment, I'm not even realizing it, so it could come off a bit selfish or self-absorbed, even though it's unintentional. If I am on the receiving end of someone trauma dumping, I will admit, I do not have the courage to let someone know I'm uncomfortable. I would let it continue, and then I kind of feel a certain type of way internally about it. You might be thinking, why are you calling it trauma dumping? We're just venting. We're talking about our past experiences with a friend like we should be. That's completely normal.
Everything isn't so dramatic.
You're right, venting is okay. But are we really venting? It is so easy to get the lines blurred between venting and trauma dumping, but it's important for you and the other person to know the difference for your sake and the listener. Venting is more so releasing frustration, getting something off your chest. There is a back and forth dialogue, and the end goal of it is to gain perspective. Trauma dumping is overwhelming someone with your personal experience with no regards to their boundaries. And we know here at the Girlfriend Connection, we respect our friends' boundaries. We know it's the foundation of a great and lasting friendship. If you have not seen that video, after you finish this one, feel free to check it out. I feel like we haven't really dived into boundaries enough, but we will. Soon come. I know I'm guilty of this. I've gotten better over the years to really, just to be frank, I realized that I was literally taking that pain off of me and literally putting it on someone else. And that's not really fair. How would I be able to keep a friend if I was to continue to do that? I couldn't. So when you know better, you do better. Not saying I'm perfect now with it. I'm still catching myself at times. Ways that can help us avoid trauma dumping or emotional dumping on our friends. Own your feelings. They are valid. No. That's actually what my shirt says today. Your emotions are valid. Probably see a better picture on my IG. Journaling is a great way to get those feelings out, read them back, and kind of process. I never was one into journaling or Dear Diary before. In my adult years, I've really stuck to it. I buy notebooks all the time. I like going online, looking at prompts to help me out. I'm a rage journaler too. So in the moment, I will write exactly how I'm feeling in that moment. Good, bad, anger, let it all out. And a couple hours later, a day later, I'll go back and read it and really process it. And my all-time favorite, I'm a huge advocate, is talking to a professional. We all know I'm about that therapy life. Therapy is so therapeutic, right? That's kind of the point. Find a therapist that you're comfortable with and really be open, honest, and truthful with your therapist. You won't even realize how much you can process with an actual professional versus talking to a girlfriend. Now, you can't have my therapist. His hands are full. Now, let's continue to have these raw conversations with our friends. However, let's be mindful of the environment and mindful of their personal boundaries as well. The last thing we want to do is trigger someone else. That's all I have for today. I'll leave y'all with that. Let's chat later, ladies.